Is he alive? He's not? Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
This is 73-year-old Sally Wilkins, a once beloved grandmother and wife who chillingly was hiding a dark secret. Sally and her boyfriend, Roy Ed Vaughn, 58, planned on living out the rest of their days on this earth like most older couples, in peace and comfort, retired in rundown Akron, Ohio. In the early 1990s, Sally adopted her biological grandson. Just a baby at the time, he was small, puny, and deformed. She wanted to keep him out of the system and in a loving, caring environment. But every day, Sally would live to regret that decision. And that comfort, that peace and quiet she and Ed looked so forward to, well, it was something that neither would ever get to really experience living on Lloyd Street. This is 34-year-old Chase Cyrax Wilkins. A narcissist completely out of touch with reality, everyone in that house was chased as to torment. This included the two beloved family dogs, Bandit and Rugrat. Even they weren't safe to the sadistic ways and possibly sexual torture. Bandit always seemed emaciated, scared, and frail. He died under mysterious circumstances in 2021. And while there have been reports of rescue efforts in play for Rugrat, officials already fear the worst. At the time of this recording, Rugrat hasn't been seen in almost 6 months. But despite all this, the family put up with Chase's actions. And then one day, everything took a turn for the worse.
Fuck with me and my family.
Sally was at her breaking point, as anyone would be after the years of elderly abuse, ridicule, bullying people on the internet, exposing his genitalia, and pure laziness they had to endure when it came to Chase Wilkins. Everything was about to change. Investigators would learn that 2 weeks before the incident, Sally drove to a Cuyahoga Fall pawn shop and bought a revolver. The day of the tragedy? A blur now, according to Sally. It actually began the night before. She and Ed both suffered from sleep deprivation, causing neither to sleep at all that night. This was due largely to Chase's delusions of grandeur and narcissism. You see, in his mind he was famous. He was a musician, a prodigy in his own right, with a successful and thriving social media career. This kept him up all night, every night, performing for a packed house of adoring fans. However, this was nothing more than the delusions of a balding, tone-deaf 34-year-old man-child screeching and mumbling into dollar store equipment and shuffling around his grandmother's attic. On a good night, performing to an audience of 12, maybe 15 buddy trolls, while they cheered him on but laughed at him behind the screen and to each other. Little did anyone know that would be the last performance Chase would ever give. That next morning, absolutely zero sleep from the night before, and getting dressed to start her daily errands, Chase said something to Sally that filled her with rage.
You can't go like that because it looks like you're ghetto in this.
Just then, 5 gunshots would be heard echoing around the neighborhood. Then 5 more, a few minutes later, another round. Chase would later be discovered sprawled across the kitchen floor, covered head to toe in bullet holes. Meanwhile, Sally would travel to a nearby Denny's to order breakfast and then went to celebrate her upcoming birthday at the casino, completely unfazed at the horrific crime that she had just committed. However, due to past turbulence at 339, it wouldn't take the police long to name Sally as their main suspect. Just hours after the murder, Sally would be picked up at a local topless bar. All Sally had to do was act confused and grief-stricken, but that seemed too difficult to task. Sally was elated. Her and Ed were finally free, and there was no way she could contain her excitement.
Has passed away. We're going to ask you some questions because we're trying to figure out what happened today, okay?
All right.
Likely realizing that she wasn't going to be winning any awards, it wouldn't be long before she dropped the act and her tears turned to disdain.
What did you think of him? And why do you say that?
That's the big thumbs down. You didn't like it.
Eventually, Sally began to speak and told the detectives of all the horror that she and her family endured at the hands of Chase Wilkins. So now that detectives were aware Sally wasn't the biggest fan of Chase, they never expected what would happen next.
Did anybody try to stop him?
Can't stop him.
It sounds like somebody had to stop him, or...
I did. I was guilty.
Okay. Somebody had to stop him.
I did.
Okay, it's okay.
Is he dead?
You tell me.
He gotta be dead.
I think he's dead.
I hope so.
Sally's near admission of guilt was followed by almost an immediate, chilling recount of the gruesome event.
Wiped your gun from your purse, and then what happened?
Went and shot him. Wasn't enough.
After she fired all 5 shots out of that revolver, she chose to go all the way to her car and reload 5 more rounds into her gun. She walked back into the backyard and found the victim bleeding and crawling, trying to get away. And at that time, she pumped 5 more shots into his body. She still wasn't done. She still chose to go to her car, load 5 more rounds. She pulled out that revolver and fired 5 more shots until the victim was finally dead.
It was also revealed that just a few weeks before the event, Sally had traveled to a gun range to take shooting lessons with the same gun she killed Chase with, another obvious sign that murder was planned and premeditated.
Did you check to see if he was dead?
I didn't care.
And it seemed as though she truly didn't care, as after the murder she went out to celebrate with breakfast, gambling, and coffee. Sally also showed no remorse when she was asked if she felt bad for what she had done.
You don't feel bad about it?
No.
Would you do it again?
Yes. He did.
He's dead, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh boy.
Detectives decided it was time to conclude the investigation.
Whoever you pray to, you make sure that
I don't pray to anybody.
Call it a higher power.
I prayed today.
Okay.
First time I ever prayed.
What'd you pray for?
Hope he dies.
Oh boy.